Come check out the Connection Games and Comics. We have the largest selection of War Machine and Hordes miniatures in the Lower Mainland. War Machine Wednesdays and Sundays, with tables and terrain to play your game.
Welcome back to We're Gonna Shut Up and Jam Guiding. We are bringing you an unboxing of the contents of the Skorne All-in-One box. As we mentioned several times before, we're not going to be able to do the actual all-in-one box because in Canada we're having distribution issues which are preventing us from being able to get the actual product. So that's unfortunate, but we can show you everything that's inside of the box in terms of the models. And we actually went to the trouble of acquiring all the models so that we could do this for you. We will be doing at this unboxing we'll be doing paint and build videos as well. And then we'll carry on with playing all of these against all of the other boxes. So, I'm Steve, the producer.
I'm Logan, the noob.
I'm Mike, and I build these things. I'm the memory. I don't know why memory builds things, but it does.
It's a pretty powerful memory if you can, if your memory can build things.
Well, it's a reconstructed memory, sure.
All right. So let's get to this. We're going to basically pull out the contents of each box, and we're going to show you what's inside. In our discussion video, we've already talked about what each of these models are, so hopefully you've taken a look at that and are familiar with it. If
Probably
not,
a link in the description below.
We'll see. If not, there will be a link in the description below. So here's the Cannoneer Gladiator Sentry box. We will be building the Gladiator because that's what's meant to come in the All-in-One Army box. We don't know yet if the All-in-One Army boxes includes the parts and the cards to make the other ones. So if they do, it'd be wise to magnetize them. If not, well, you can't. So we've got
it's doubtful they're going to have it.
yeah, probably not, because it might be confusing for new players and they might build the wrong one. And
there's
whatever.
Pictures.
Here's the Paingiver Beast Handlers, which are super important. Here's the unit of the Cataract Incendiary.
We've got Praetorian Swordsman right here, and we've got the main man, Mullet Karn.
And then, of course, over here we have our solo Adeptus Marquette.
Yeah.
And our Warcaster Supreme Domina Makeda.
Domina Makeda.
That's a pretty sweet title.
What? I mean, what? No, well, she's like she's the leader of the whole race.
Archdomina is a pretty sweet title.
Yes,
it is a pretty sweet title.
It's deserving because she leads the whole fucking race.
Fair. Okay, so let's get to the actual unboxing. So here we have the Praetorian Swordsman box. It also comes with the parts to make the Keltari.
I don't think the Keltari will be in the all-in-one.
Probably not. So we are going to focus on building the Swordsman, and let's open this up.
Sure. The classic black plastic casing. We've got 2 cards because this is the box. We're going to throw that one out because we're not going to use it. There's your Swordsman card. They do things. Pack of bases. I don't think we need to open that.
Probably not.
This is a pack of bodies. Torsos! Also some random other shit. Looks like little bits.
So these parts look like they are for the shoulder pads.
Sure.
And heads.
Seems legit.
Heads in here.
I am seeing blissfully fewer mold lines on these models than I did on the Winter Guard.
Hold on, I'm just going to try and move your hand.
Sorry.
I'm just trying to get a close-up. So there's a head. We're not going to pop this open because it's basically just heads and shoulder pads. But let's take a look at some of the actual models.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of bent swords and a lot of bent staffs.
We're not using the staves.
I'm just saying.
Don't give a shit.
So these actually have quite a lot of detail.
I'll see what I can do with the swords. Yeah, they're pretty high fidelity for. And like I said, blessedly fewer mold lines than the Winter Guard had. Not to say there are none, but they just are like far less prominent.
So there are duplicates of the crouchy dudes.
I would imagine 3/3 on a unit leader. That's my guess.
That does appear to be more or less correct.
That's probably the unit lead. He probably gets the flag.
He looks fairly similar to these guys, but it's a little hard to say.
You're right, actually. No, I think this guy's the unit lead. I think that guy's the same as that guy.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, it's definitely the unit lead.
Okay, yeah. So there we go. They've got a lot of little details on these dudes. The unit lead's going to have a little banner or flag.
Flag powers activate.
So you know exactly who you need to shoot at.
Well, it's not a UA. He just gets to transform into another guy who picks up the flag.
What a way to get promoted.
Not pretty much.
But he gets shot by a cannon. Okay. Guess what?
These motherfuckers out of the way. Get some weapons!
Okay, so...
Half of these we're not going to use.
Oh, here's some heads.
Oh, some heads. Also heads.
Here, we're going to have to...
Yeah, I'm just going to try and get the
There are considerably fewer mold lines on these guys, though.
Yeah, I'm quite happy about that. Particularly me, because I'm the one removing all of them. We should have 20 swords. Some of them are probably bent.
Does look about 20. They don't actually look that bad. Like, okay, that one's a bit bent.
Yeah, I'll do my best to fix some of these, and I'll see if I can include that technique in the video. But it's actually, like, relatively few of these are bent. And because they're plastic, they should mostly stay that way.
But, yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed with how few mold lines there are on these guys.
The arms are a little worse than the bodies, but they're okay. They're not terrible. They're not anywhere near as bad as the Winter Guard were.
Here we have the Cataract Incendiary. These are the unit of medium base models.
Heavy infantry.
Oddly, with 6 guys, not 5, which is conventional for basically every other faction that exists.
There's some exceptions, but yeah.
Why don't we have Mike crack that open?
Yes, why don't we have Mike?
So bases,
dudes,
big
arm bits, a card. Woo!
So we'll open this up.
Also a very thick card. We have spikes.
Wow, there
many of the spikes and dudes. These dudes have their heads on.
One thing I do like about Skorne is that they are detailed.
These guys look like they have, at least on the one side, the mold line. Oh, no, there's 2 mold lines, never mind. Yeah, there's only 6 of them at least.
This one's got kind of a rough mold line.
Yeah, don't deal with it.
But at least it's only like the one.
Well, you haven't looked at all of them, Steve. Could be all of them.
No, I know, but like the one mold line that's significant, the other one looks okay.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, the plastic models are going to require some cleanup. That's just how it goes.
Yeah. All models require some cleanup. These plastic ones just require a little bit more.
Yeah, they're quite big, though, like these models.
Of course, they're in, like, big-ass armor.
Their heads are exposed. They have no helmets on.
No, they don't need helmets. They've got giant shoulder pads.
Exactly. I call them the Warcraft shoulder pads.
Of course.
And then, I don't know where these actually go, but they are spikes.
I don't know, dick spikes or something. Actually, they look like they're probably on the shoulder pads. Because the shoulder pads have a spike-shaped hole in them. And they have lines of flags that go on their backs somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where yet.
Okay.
But I'm sure these go on the shoulders. They might actually go on the shoulder pads. And it looks like they do. Because the back of each shoulder pad has an indentation. It looks like they sit in.
Okay. So let's carry on.
We've got some more bits.
Fire cannons and flags.
Of course. Because the first packet we opened was common to all cataphracts.
Yeah.
And this one is being more difficult to open.
Well, as long as we just don't spray them all over the house. It's probably
that never happened.
What the?
Looks like that is, I have no idea.
I'm going to go with stoplights.
That is what they look like. I'm guessing it's like a rocket pack,
They do look like rocket packs.
like an ammo reserve to go somewhere. I don't know where.
So here is the big, sort of almost like a blunderbuss.
It's a rocket launcher.
Looks like a blunderbuss, though.
It's a rocket launcher, though.
I know it's a rocket launcher, but it looks like a blunderbuss.
I don't care what it looks like. I'm telling you what it is. I have no idea where that rocket pack goes.
Well, I'm sure you'll figure it out.
I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will.
Well, maybe it's kind of like the Winter Guard's axes, where it's just place it wherever you want, you know? Like
I don't like that.
Wherever it looks cool.
I like Lego sets where you build them the way they're supposed to be. There's definitely a unique unit lead.
Yeah, this guy's kind of posturing. He looks kind of like a unit lead.
Yeah, he might be.
Yeah, because these two are the two. He's kind of leaning forward, but this guy's kind of like, ha-ha, you will listen to me.
kind of like that guy. The guy in the middle. One in the unit.
That's true. So I think these are actually some sick models. I don't know how well they're going to do in game yet, but
I don't know how much of a pain they're going to be to build yet.
But they're definitely sick.
Yeah, they're pretty gross.
Okay, so here are the Paingiver Beast Handlers.
AKA Skorne Choir.
Skorne Choir, yeah.
Another unit you pretty much just, if you have beasts, you probably should be running them.
It's a metal unit.
It is a metal unit, so it comes in this larger clamshell blister style thing.
With a card.
Card.
There's a dude. And another dude. Let's throw some more dudes out. Some dudes with knives. There's a dude with a whip. I'm guessing that goes to the guy that I took out first.
Looks like the whips came out in pretty good condition.
Well, it looks like they've got this piece of flash in between them that keeps them from being too ridiculous.
Yeah, and to like chop it out and look horrible, but whatever.
Which, it's a nice touch, though, that they're shipping with this little piece in here, because it gives this stability. Otherwise, these would definitely bend.
Fair enough.
In transit.
Only 3 of them seem to have whips on the model, or at least held in hand, and the other ones have their little stabbies. Little daggers. Knifeu, if you will. And it looks like they might be more or less interchangeable.
3, 2, 1 again?
Yeah. 2 guys with whips in the right hand and nothing in the left hand. 3 guys with knifey.
I really like the robes and like the cloaks on these guys. Like, they're going to be pretty sweet looking, I think.
Have fun painting those.
I will.
Good.
So here we go, the Titan Gladiator kit. Now this kit, of course, does come with the Cannoneer, Gladiator, and Sentry bits, like we were talking about. And
nobody cares about those.
Those are irrelevant.
I don't know. The Cannoneer is pretty sweet, and I don't know what the Sentry does.
They're irrelevant for our purposes.
They are irrelevant for our purposes.
No, they're just irrelevant. Cannoneer's the best. Gladiator's the best. That's the one. Sentry has a shield, but doesn't have a shield guard. What a lame wad. Your 3 cards.
Gladiator card.
The one we'll be using.
And then the other 2.
You don't really have to show those.
No, there's no point.
And we bust out this little fatty here. It's got a base. It's pretty cool. Oh, he's got little punchy fists.
It's a pretty massive kit. I actually really like this kit.
He's got little punchy fists.
Although he may or may not need a little bit of green stuff in that joint there, because it is fairly wide, but...
Also probably needs to be mounted on a decorative base, because he's going to hang over like 15 feet in front of the base otherwise.
He leans forward pretty heavy. So when you base him, you probably want to put him on the back of a base, like towards the back, his feet towards the back, so he's kind of leaning over the rest of the base.
He's not even the worst model on the Skorne line for that. But.
No, but I mean, if you balance him on the front of the base, he's probably going to fall over. So.
Yeah.
Big punchy arms.
These are dick tassels.
This is a giant face. And those tusks obviously go there, otherwise he's like in a wind tunnel.
Well, that amuses me at least.
I can just imagine the elephant standing in a wind tunnel. Like big elephant cheeks flapping around everywhere. That'd be amazing.
I think this bag is actually all for the things we're not using. No, that's not. We're not using that. That's the.
Okay.
Yeah, this whole bag is nothing we're using. These are dick tassels. We use those. He needs his dick tassels.
They give him his strength.
Yes.
Okay. Careful with the table here.
Running everything. One.
I'm not running anything. I'm just telling you to be careful.
Kidding. The models that no one cares about. The ones we're not building.
I really like the fists with these crazy like
Stabby fists?
Stabby things.
Yeah, they got punchy gloves.
Punchy gloves.
War gauntlets.
Those are scary.
Of course they are. You can punch you in the face with them. It'll hurt. You'll be like, ow, why did you punch me in the face with those? It hurt.
And again, these ones don't seem that bad for mold lines. I mean, you'll be able to really tell when you're building them, so I'm not sure. Like, I don't know how...
I'm not too worried about it.
But they don't look that bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's a War Beast. The only mold lines I'm really worried about are like maybe on the tusks, but like not for the size of the mold lines. I just don't want to remove any of the detail. The arms actually have a surprising amount of detail in the skin texture.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is the Gladiator kit.
So here's Mullet Karn. Now, I think he's a really awesome model.
He's a dick.
He's a dick, but I really like the. I like the model. My only complaint is that, well, you'll see when we open it.
That means you already own it.
He honestly reminds me more a lot of a Warhammer, Space Marine kind of guys.
Water!
Just in terms of just his armor and everything. Not quite as beefy, but has the same sort of deal. Cool though.
And for a Skorne beast, he is fairly expensive at 11 points. But so here's my thing. He is a 5, maybe 6 piece model, and the 3 biggest pieces are his entire body and 2 arms. So there's really no customization with him. It's you stick them together and that's
fucking character beast, Steve. You don't need to customize him. He's a character. He has character because he is a character.
Look at his weapons. Why would you change anything?
I just like some variation. I mean, now, to be fair, if you're a savvy modeler, you can change him out however you want, and how you paint him is going to make a big difference in terms of how he looks. But I think that if this were redone in a plastic kit, they could do some pretty amazing things.
I disagree. I think if it was redone in a plastic kit, it would be total garbage.
Do you really?
No, not really. I just like disagreeing with you right now.
Oh, fair enough. And then this is a little...
It's a shoulder spike.
Shoulder spiky bit.
Or elbow spike. I don't know.
Spiky spike.
Find that out when we get to it.
So that is Mullet Karn. So we have Adeptus Marquette. Same sort of deal as any other solo or individual model.
Water!
That's not a big model of some kind. Comes in a blister, usually not that many pieces. And as you can see, this model actually, I think that this model has a lot of character.
Well, he is a character solo. We just went over this.
No, I mean the fact that he's holding up that head.
It's a skull. I think it's like a crystallized Skorne skull.
Maybe, but
his staff seems to be bent.
He's got a pretty unique face, and he's wearing hammer pants, so that's pretty sweet. He's wearing hammer pants.
Okay. Bent ass staff.
A little bit of a bent staff, but not that big a deal. And then finally we have our Warlock Supreme Arch Domina Makeda, which is not only the most important model in our army, but also the most important the most important person in Skorne right now.
Watch as I throw her off the table. Oh, the card actually got stuck in there. Didn't expect that. Whee! Cascade of metal parts.
I mean, I don't know how much detail we're really picking up here, but she's got an incredible amount of detail on her. On these little bits.
Are you showing off the boobies too? You should show off the boobies.
I guess I am. She doesn't really have huge pronounced
I know.
boobies. She's kind of reserved for...
No, man, she's got like a piece of metal underneath them.
Reserved?
That sort of
This
covers it
person who enjoys to kill things is reserved?
I don't know if Makeda really enjoys killing things.
Oh, are you kidding? Come on. The whole culture is
She's
warrior
just strong.
culture.
I don't know much.
Gotta love what you do.
She's got swords.
Do what you love.
Do what you love.
She's got swords. Sword power.
She does have swords. And thus concludes our unboxing of the Skorne All-in-One Army Box model contents, anyway. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see more, let us know. And I'd love to see what you guys end up doing with these models as a hobby project as well. So if you want to post response videos, that'd be excellent as well.